Yo, yo. Let's get into it, Heather. Oop. Let's see what we're dealing with. See what these antibiotics have done. Okay. So getting the right idea here. And that bottoming out isn't always going to be the best thing. Let's have a look. Yep. Smooth, conservative. I like that. I like that kind of squat. I don't think it's one of those that's going to carry you to top end work, to be honest. You know, there is going to be an argument for, you know, you are going to have to use some momentum. But you're always in control in this. At no point do you ever lose control. Second rep, very good, yeah. Good. Keeping that tension on, getting a huge bang for your buck kind of return on each of those reps there, Heather. Just wasn't seeing huge amount of breathing and bracing. Yeah, particularly between that second and third rep. Not seeing a... Yeah, again, kind of just not focusing on the bracing quite so much there. Okay, so it's that deep breath in, squeeze the core all the way around as if someone was going to come and hit you in the stomach, okay? Solid though. Again, it's one of those where, again, I don't think that's going to necessarily going to be the way you squat towards your top end work. But it's one of those where the more you can get reps like that in the bank, it's your bang for your buck return is huge, because you're actually having to use the legs both up and down to control you through the whole thing. Ripped, mate. Yeah, so you got plenty of room with the weigh in, which is good. Let's have a look at this little warm up. Yeah, good. Good depth, not bottoming out though, not slamming into the bottom. First and fourth have been by far the best. Yeah, that fifth one was a little bit of that kind of that bottom out. First and fourth, definitely the best. First and fourth, definitely. Let's have a look. Beautifully controlled on that first rep. Third one, just need to slow it down a little bit. I know it's kind of, when you're doing these 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rep sets, there's a tendency to want to just keep the momentum going. Like, I do get that. But you want to be treating everything as kind of, so in that set, for example, you want to be treating that as 5 singles if you can. Create some repeatability. Ooh, tidy. Yeah, nice. Okay, so what I like about this, there, that as you brought the chest up that little bit higher, you've pulled the shoulders down this time, which is real good, but still on the bench. Yeah, I think the feet can come ever so slightly further forward on that one. Ever so slightly forward. Nothing drastic. Yeah, I like it. And a slightly longer pause to be on the safe side of things, but strength's good. Yep. So again, you went through your process there, that down, back, set, and go, rather than down, set, and sort of by the time the shoulders have actually set themselves down and the chest is up, the bar's already moving, which is quite a trap a lot of people fall into. Yeah, last rep. Woo! Yeah. Good. Yeah, I do really like that. Last rep was very good. Okay, right. These coming through all of the... These seem to all be coming through in a bit of a dodgy order. But there's nothing major jumped out yet. Nice drive, yeah, drove back into the hips nicely there. Let's have a look. Nice. Again with the bracing, at the moment I'm seeing the chest, I'm seeing a lot of this. Chest rise, bar goes up, okay? I want to see more in the tummy, okay? Deep breath in, and just give yourself a second from mouth closer. Deep breath in, done, set, go. Okay, some obvious stages to the descent rather than deep breath in and go. All right, there's a lot of movement going on with the shoulders and the upper body. I just want to see it set a bit more. So that's fine. The way the breath's going in and everything. Yep, your process is good. Just give yourself a second in between. So going through that sumo setup. I just need a second. Okay, so food, we gotta get on top of that. Okay, more for recovery, more than anything. You know, realistically, like you've seen there, you've only had just like a tiny bit of food, and you did get through the session. It's more for the recovery where that's going to come to bite you in the ass further down the way. Okay, just gotta get the protein in terms of energy. You know, realistically, if we went one day without food and we was all completely sapped of energy, we'd all be pretty worse off, you know. But again, the recovery side of things is where it's going to be less than optimal. Yeah, energy is clearly lacking here, right? So, something to think about your head position. Now, where we start, awesome. Neutral, eyes, whoop, down here at all times. As soon as the bar slows down, look where we're at now. Okay, so all the muscles that are responsible for pulling your head back, allowing you to raise your head, are also the muscles, right, that are going to keep your shoulders down and back. Okay, trap queen up here, you can see they are responsible for pulling the shoulders down, not in this movement, not for pulling the head up. So they are having to basically do a job that is not necessary to the pull. Now, once the bar's above the knees, the head, I actually don't mind people tipping their head back because your head's heavy and it's a bit more of a counterbalance for you. But the fact that the head is tipped back on the way up and the bar's, you know, still mid shin, again, those muscles that are used in keeping the shoulders back can be better used doing just that rather than pulling the head up. So try to keep it fixed until it's at the knee. Slow. I've seen you pull faster, but generally not bad. You didn't really break down. You didn't try to rush it. It's amazing what 10 kegs will do. Fucking hell, it's amazing what 10 kegs will do. Yeah, so a little bit guilty of it again. Try to keep the chin up the whole time. Chin up. Right, I see pauses. Pauses. Good. Again, just give yourself a second. As soon as your hips hit that bottom position, you're firing out. Just give yourself a half second. Now, although that last rep moved the slowest, that's actually probably my favourite out of the lot. It's the only one out of all of them where you sit the hips down, gave yourself a half second to check, give yourself a mental check-in and go again. Again, it doesn't apply quite so much to those top-end singles. I understand that. That is going to be a case of you need to drop in and maximise that stretch reflex. But at work at this weight, it's that repeatability factor. That's the huge one. Okay, right, these are starting to come through in some kind of order now. Right, 95. Yep, so the hip prime movers started the movement there quite nicely. Good. Paused-ish. Now, if you've put paused-ish, okay, let's have a look at tidying up that walkout as well. What have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, and some rejig. Okay, we're gonna have to tidy that up. So I want that 2-step ideally. Nope, that's a pause for me. That's a pause for me. Killed the momentum at the bar. Drove back nicely into the hips. Yep, that counts. Good. Keeping those knees over the little toes the whole time as best you can. Nicely done. Good fight. Yeah. There's not been a huge amount here that lift-wise to tidy up at all. Oh. Very nicely done. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Heather. Generally, not bad. I think we're slowly getting back there. I think apart from the food, I think we're slowly getting there. So, your week upcoming, okay? Want to slowly start. Want to slowly start drip feeding the low bar back in there as a set movement. Okay. Now, as you're warming up for this high bar single and this high bar set of 5, if it feels okay, you can pick. Okay, if it does feel good, I am happy for you to start reintroducing that low bar full time. But if the shoulder is still I got a little bit of a niggle going on, let's just start slowly bringing it back in there, okay, for the lower sets of 5. And if it is 1 or 2 sets, okay, and it starts to get a little bit gnarly, then again, feel free to drop it out. I just want to start re-drip feeding it back into the equation. Right, we will have a deload after this. Okay, I promise we'll have a deload if if the session RPEs come back as I expect. And then down the bottom here, okay, this smooth pull, long pause at the knee RDL, deadlift. Just want you to really slow that down, okay? Show me, right? Imagine you are sending a video to a beginner who's like, oh, I don't know how to pull, you know, I really struggle with pulling a deadlift smoothly, okay? Show me what that looks like, okay? Give me your best demo of what that smooth pull, okay? So if you were to look at sort of like velocity, you know, and how hard you're pulling, okay, it's not this woof at the start and then, you know, sort of like tapers like this towards the end, okay? I just want to see that smooth transition, okay, that nice bell cut, because obviously the power's going to have to come on quite initially at the start, okay, but I don't want this rocket spike up, okay, that's then got to be readjusted, and it kind of throws you about a bit, particularly after that pause. So the 7s, 8s, 9s are in there, okay, but keep it fairly chill, okay? That movement is going to be quite a fair drop, and it's a chance for you to really focus on getting that leg drive. Make sure it is a push, 2 pushes, push into push, push into push. I know you can't see my hand. Push the platform down, push your hips into the bar, rather than that pull all the time, okay? Let me know how things go with the food. Let me know how things go with the antibiotics now, because you've got to be getting towards the tail end of those. Let me know if you still got any grogginess from that, because I want to keep on top of that and just make sure that we're green light to go, really. And then let me know when this whole traveling all the time starts to settle down, because I'd like to start ramping things up after this deload ASAP. It's just one of those, obviously, if a lifestyle permitting. Jesus, God, slow morning. Let me know in terms of technical cues. A couple of tiny little bits and bobs there thrown in throughout the video, but nothing no major overhaul. Particularly the bench looking very tidy, and with the bench, it's one of those where the strength really doesn't seem to have gone many places. It's just it's that repeatability on all those lifts. Treat everything as multiple singles, and you get that repeatability over and over and over again. Okay, that's something we can work off of. Anything you're not sure of, let me know, and then we'll get that deload next week.